to me, hurling, it's more than a sport. It's an art. It's our song. It's our dance. It's our war. Like, you know, the game was what I lived for, and being excellent in the game was what I lived for. I was born into a place where hurling was very much the currency. You walk to school, one side you've got the church, on the other side you've got Statue to Christy Ring and the GA field. Early days, I recall my grandmother saying to me that I had Ring's blood running through me, and from my own point of view there was a valley, two gods on either side, and there was one god that I had the faith in, and that was the hurling god.
Wain Donald Cusack cáileamach mar chulbáid bhí ceanródaíoch agus nuálaíoch. Dorbar se mar imneoir I meánscáil na náiti Crístí máiste na corran, mar chaipting nar a bhódar corran an ásta in Lécha Cúig.
It's where his real leadership started to shine through. It was their holy grail and a stepping stone to moving on to the next level, which was intercounty.
Dick for Cake or Darira is a vision Thompson Fui Ulvuchan or this cock session Trinale.
Gets a second chance. Good stop by Donald Cusack.
In the Vienwood monitor for Falkas.
Here's a chance. Well saved by Donald Cusack.
One thing that we definitely had as a group, there was a lot of strong characters, a lot of guys with a real winning mentality.
The minor All-Ireland, and now they're under 21 hurling champions as well.
It's a big day in the hurling life of Donald Cusack from Cloyne, taking over in the Cork goals from Ger Cunningham.
Bhí Donald measc Cheshire a dimir sa gréibh gon chéadúir an láisin in Fort Láirige in Lécha Naí.
I remember Jimmy ringing me and saying that, look, he said, George's retiring, you're going to be my goalkeeper now. George to me was the greatest goalkeeper ever to play the game. Really tough to train with, huge man compared to me, especially at the time. This was the level that I needed to get to.
Help from James O'Sullivan.
Massam Grove Mascon on the yes, so Vernon Shinda Shandini, August Dini Ogun. So Armana Vicar, August Lou Classe Bahid, come on.
I remember Paul Flynn striking it free.
15 minutes to go. Complaints are thinking of the goal.
It almost took about 2 seconds, but there was a wall of noise like I had never heard before from the Waterford supporters in the terrace. I'll never forget that feeling.
Ken McGrath, good ball in. And the swing, which Donald Cusack has to be very, very vigilant and very alert to. It's all over at Tucker Stadium. Jimmy Barry Murphy is elated.
Chunne buan óg Jimmy Barry Murphy ar a bagróchaint, agus frosiad chluifi canis na héireann.
There is a wonderful sense of atmosphere. The rain comes lashing down once again.
I remember there was a fierce hailstone shower as we were warming up, and I can remember my hands being frozen. This is the All-Ireland final, like, this is very serious, and I can't get my hands warm.
Pat O'Connor
It was a very tight game. And I remember Brian Corkin was marking John Power. Corkin was bettering him. That set the tone for all of us. The weeks after that was the first time I ever really experienced excitement, and everywhere where you went, like the happiness, and there'd be bands playing and bonfires lighting, and fantastic experience as a young man.
We found Captain Lawson right, hey, the meeting contosig and saw five better trino canavlian a show.
Ach ní mar a híltir a bítir, agus dar a rudí gomór fe couple blian. Níor an na himmirí sásta, agus bhí na feibanna inbheannacha I gimmer tionchar ar a bhurian ar a báirgs na bátaí cáiliche in aina gaiileh I gáhíle agus a dó.
And Broderick's away, the trademark flick. And he put it over the bar.
You know, we were just blown apart. Just blown apart.
Joe Rabbit over his shoulder, and Rabbit hit that brilliantly. He's back.
I just remember we were absolutely hammered.
Fergal Healy has got another one.
I remember Fergal Ryan coming back to me and saying, like, you know, this is, he says, you nearly want to start slowing down the puck house here.
It's all over. It's the end of the road for Cork.
For us, it was a representation of where things were.
Belair and son go to five in a succumb a V níos mó na mar a cap running home.
Nuair ná réitiú na feibaní sin, thocrú na himimiúí go raibh agóide teasta le brúchar ar bhhair de chundé. Ag deireadh na bliana, chuaigh siad ar stailc.
Someone needed to put their head above the parapet, if you like. I was the guy who was doing the talking, but I was only representing very much the views of the vast majority of players. The county board, that was the organisation that was, should be putting in place every facility to help these players excel at their game and represent their county, were not doing their duty.
The players and everyone involved had to be aware of the circumstances, the chance where you might never again play inter-county hurling. If we continued to go down this road, it was a nervous time.
We were taking on an institution, but we also knew that if we stuck together, that we wouldn't be beaten. And that's how it turned out.
Honnig deir leis an stailc agus honnig fés na conialacha go imirí, agus mar sméir molliad, capú Donal O'Grady in the Wanistood.
Donal would have recognised that the game was changing and would have brought a lot of new ideas to the group. It was manna from heaven for us.
Le corchoige agus stíl nó, Bro Corca Cliffy Canish na Hayden den Gadewood, all my dig na Echanai.
Final is underway and straight away well taken by the goalkeeper. Donal O'Cusa. McCarthy fires it into Jodine. There might be one here. Satanta's missed it. Useful attacks now being mounted by Cork. James Wild not standing his ground, and once again it's Satanta O'Fean, and he scores!
I remember at the time that Satanta was just after getting the goal, and you kind of got that feeling, geez, we're in trouble here.
And he's put the teams level for the second time.
Someone was going to have to pull out some big trick to get us out of there.
It's Martin Comerford, he balances and he strikes, and he scores!
I always believe in goals like that you should never show your disappointment. I would have had those conversations with our own defence like that. If anything goes wrong, we don't ever show our weakness out in the field.
It could be the crucial goal of the game.
I think Donal was expecting the pile driver that never came. It just completely deceived him.
Kenny with the title, the McCarthy Cup.
For us that day, even though it was such a hurtful thing, I remember just wanting the lads to remember this feeling.
His message was, drive the hurt in further to make us realise that, we're not too far away here.
Take a good look around because we're going to be back, come what may.
An bhliain sin bhí feibeháin ón uaireanta nuair a bhíoh buileag tacht or deslaat na mar sin de rud. Ní héach dó nó chun talamh, bhíoh sé dul siar ar a hailí. Is cuinnam an chef de force chun é sin a hochrú ná fuaime sé fearas cricket. Right, so, bhí cosint aige in a corp go thomláin, right, okay, agus bhí an clogad aige.
Then he instructed the other goalkeepers to take puck-outs at me from 5 yards. And I remember at the time thinking, is this a test? This guy's surely testing me here to see. And I remember when I was a kid that my dad, stronger than advised, I would say warned me that if I ever turned my back, he'd take me out of goals. Goalkeeper lives on a knife edge, if you like, and sometimes you might say that that's the actual attraction to it, but the mindset behind it was absolutely correct, and that he wanted me to train my mind that no matter what was coming at me, that I would lean forward.
Leis na mónaí nó tréála in neartú na fórne, Dil Corca, Ride Cooldoras said Cliffy Canish na Hayden na Rávílig sa Cehead in Eichel Chunne.
They were going for 3 in a row. What better time we saw it for us as a group to go and stop that.
I always remember the speech that Donal gave us before the game. Might surprise you. He highlighted or contrasted the difference in terms of the contribution that Cork had given during the War of Independence compared to Kilkenny's. We were proud of who we were. We were proud of the way we did our business. We were proud of our heritage. And it definitely sparked something off inside all of us.
Hochrí mar úsáid a dhéanamh as an siileh. Puckan na gear, má bhí an chance on.
Without doubt, Donal was initiating the attacks for Cork. We intercepted 2, I think maybe 3. We got 2 points off it, and we felt, right, that'll put him off doing that. But to be fair to him, they stuck at it in the second half and caused us no end of problems that day.
The start of the second half, we really started to get going. Our game started to kick in. I remember looking, Henry Shefflin was after ghosting him behind the defence and nobody picking him up. DJ Carey, hand passing. I remember just thinking, stand up and make myself as big as possible, which were Donal O'Grady's words always. I knew what the right thing to do was, that, you know, pick the ball and try and work it out.
Mar bhí mar ag obair an mar sin teachas just buile láid ar cosís fan bar, right? Lorug sé dine.
Niall, which he was almost programmed to do at the time, was looking for Joe, and we won a free and got a point from him. Would have gotten great satisfaction out of it because it was something we worked so hard on.
I think once that happens, I just felt it was gone from us at that stage.
On bhliain dar gíon capú John Allen mar bhainisteoir.
John would go on to improve the standards that we had in place. And I remember Sean O'Gahel being making it very clear to everybody that if John Allen asked you to jump, you were to ask how high. That set the tone for the way our business was going to be ran for that year.
Bhí cuma fíorghaidí ar chorca. Chrú siad craobh na mún, ach bheadh plán na uimar a tastal le gaiile wula ag glufi canis na héilean.
And we were having a meeting with John Allen and discussing puckouts. The decision being made that, look, Galway are absolutely expecting us to go short, so we're going to bombard them with long puckouts. I remember Brian Corcoran coming out into the half-forward line and him crashing underneath those balls and us getting scores off it, and, you know, that tactic working great. You know, I remember us always being kind of ahead in the game, and I remember us being in control.
Broderick, Donal Cusack, Gahamwahar Fad, and Yadog Shatey, Egan Raitor, August Shiddy, Ta Cullen Licori, Grutze Egg Corca.
I don't think there's too many fellas that you play with that you consider your hero, but Sean O to me was an absolute hero and still is to this day, and to see him then going up the steps at the Hogan stand and he lifting the cup, you know, I'll never forget that feeling.
Bhí Corca mór a réime, agus thosan chainte de tríú ceann as a chéile, ach bhí bothreile leisú le Don Loga Hábhil agus a sé nachra fort na himmarcha. By Donal Cusack an chéad leach spórt in éirin, a thug le fis go hoscailte, gur a sé éireach.
It was a good thing that I was able to do with my profile, and you know, I'd like to think that, you know, it did make it easier for the next person. But I don't think there was any more pressure on me than facing into the Munster Championship.
When you played Cork, Donal Cusack's name was mentioned a lot. He was the guy that was dictating the way Cork played. He was the focal point of their attack. He done everything in his power so that ball wouldn't go past him.
One of the opponents almost impossible to master was the sun. There was a new type of contact lenses that were developed that would highlight a white ball against a green background. So those contact lenses became another tool of my trade.
Amazing intervention there by Donal Cusack. That's it. Cork are once again the Munster hurling champions.
Hábhíleach sa sé, bhí Corca fós atóirid in tríú craobh as a chéile nar a chasadar ar fortláige sa glufi leachcheannis.
I remember going into Crow Park that day, and on my locker there was a quote from a famous American general, General Patton, and it was about, you know, the warrior spirit. And I remember the lines to fill yourself with that warrior spirit and send that warrior into action, and always be on the lookout to do something better for your team.
Dropping it in short, and it's against up on the line. That was so dangerous. Donal Cusack again making a wonderful stop. It's Owen McGrath who's coming in. It's Hurley that was flying. And once again, Donal Cusack makes a magnificent catch. Shanahan's in there. They're all in there. And the goalkeeper has it.
Or safe transfer of the ball and accuracy of our game and accuracy of the puckouts was very important. And, you know, the slitters were a huge part of it. And if that meant tampering with the slitter, You know, we were going to do it. I was going to do it. I would have been filing down the rims of slitters to take the edge off them. If I saw a nice slitter, I'd always make sure, right, that would be put away into my bag of slitters. But I do recall that day thinking, right, I need these slitters. And I remember asking the ball boy, if you look after me, I'll give you my jersey after this game. You know, if he was any good, wouldn't mind breaking a rule or two, and fair play to him. He was true to his word and I was true to mine.
Donald once again, this time looking for a bit of movement by McCarthy, who was opening up the middle by taking a run to his right. And it has...
Cléhúnta go bheith here, right? Bhí sé cosúla clé le dóige, bhí an líróí dul súscaí beidir leithlíne cúil Portlaoise, bhí sé tachta nús rís agus mar sin de.
The champions are fired up. He comes in again, giving it away from Murphy. Flipping it inside to Martin. He's got another chance. He's got a goal. Tony Brown, close down. Again they close it down. The referee is calling for the ball.
Absolutely no way was it a free to Waterford. Recalled Ken McGrath stand up to take it.
Ken McGrath is 65 metres out from his own goal. His side are a point behind. Will they get a draw?
I remember striking the ball and I remember thinking, you know, that I could get it.
Will it land over the bar?
Liam sé sús agus bhí sé ar leid, I'd say bhí an gúlin Haran trasnáin, agus rin sé bhreatáil amach.
Corker hanging on there.
You know, it was just one of those days that when it was needed that it came off.
That's the final whistle. It's all over. They gave it everything they had. It's Cork, who are in a fourth final in a row. The champions win by 1-6.
Ba Donald leich na himar an lásin, agus buad Corca ráha láidir na núdar gon chlufi canis.
If things go right for us here, we could win a lot more than 3. Some people might say it's Cork arrogance. I'd like to think it was belief that we had it in ourselves.
We couldn't comprehend conceding a 3 in a row to them, given that they had stopped us. There was a serious edge to it. We probably wanted to, you know, to quieten them. We wanted to put them on their arses.
Great pressure by Kilkenny being exerted this time. Comes up here, and that's swung beautifully over the bar by
Donald was blown back once or twice.
And the referee has stopped the Cork goalkeeper, and that's the first time in the match he has stopped him from taking the puck out too quickly.
We forced them into a bit of a retreat.
Again, the pressure is on. Bounces away from O'Sullivan. Bounces around to Fogarty. He's going to go!
Definitely that day they were way better prepared. They also were very good at stopping our running game.
It's all over. The rebel treble has been foiled by a magnificent kick.
Our dream was shattered. You know, we wanted that 3 in a row, and if we had defeated Kilkenny that day, Brian Cody's position would have been under pressure, and you would have liked to think that we would have continued to evolve and go from strength to strength.
An bhliain dar gíon, cheap áir de chundé Gerald McCarthy mar bhainisteoir, agus bhí tréimh se corach rúmpa. Bhín clufa conspóideach sin Semplegate, agus a saora, ní réidir le clufa leach cheannis na héireann a bhaint amach.
You see, Gerald was doing his best. He wanted to do his best. He was a great Cork player, but we felt there was better management propositions out there.
Chudar stail cleis na peladúí ag deireadh 2007, go bhfuair asaontas le bord de chundé ríist faoi struchtúr bainisteachta na fórne. Ach lean na homannaí lehop faoi Gerald de 2008, cégur siad mí hosta.
Great card for Cusack, yeah. Donald Cusack sent off. It could be a real turning point in the match. Emerging from that group is a dangerous moment. There's a goal chance, and it's buried. And there was nothing Donald Cusack could do.
Faoi dhéireann na bliana, bhí rudí gailchan donis.
When it was becoming pretty apparent what was ahead of us, myself and John said that, look, we need to go and talk to Gerald face to face and tell him what's been going on. So we told him the story, told him that the players didn't have confidence in him. Gerald made it clear to us that night that he wasn't going anywhere. Went back to our players and said, look, this is the choice that we have. What do we want to do? And I think it was unanimous that the players would go on strike. Thus started that whole winter of, if you like, misery again.
But down in Cork, the latest battle between players and officials has passions running high.
Going into it, the question that we were faced with, do we finally yield to the board and back down from them? Or do we stand up and fight for what we believed in?
It took a lot of backbone, a lot of courage, because there was a lot coming down on top of them.
Rinne sé skult kinte, sa comté, comáile sin rinne sé skulti globina.
I regret anybody got hurt in it. I regret that Gerald had to be in the position that he had to be in, because the fight was between the players and the board. Yet the board knew exactly what they were doing. But in terms of regretting what we did, The only regret I have is that we didn't give them half enough of it. That when we had our foot on their chests, that we should have went all the ways. We stood up, we fought, and we stuck together, and we came out the other side.
Honnig deir leis an stail cníomhneach na de deire Gerald McCarthy as a Márta gáhíleag san naí. Dennis Walsh a honnig a górbucht deir, agus still na himróí leabála chrí chomórtas na sratha.
Well, look, I think everybody knows what happened over the winter at this stage, and on a personal level, and I think it's on a team level, we're just glad to be back out here playing for Cork.
Dimir Cork go na hebredáran in the gate chlufa críomh an téisiúr sin.
Cork were very, very competitive that day. All the pressure was kind of on Tipperary.
Loading it in high again, testing ball, Cusack comes off his line.
That day we almost won the game.
Ball inside, there's a chance! Should have rattled the net.
You know, it would have been a fierce victory for us.
But credit to both sides.
It was a sign that we were coming back and that we were coming out of those struggles.
Chunne Don Lóg ar gimmert agus grím ar Anzi.
Chance here for O'Kelly, will he go for it? Saved by Donald Cusack. Excellent stick one.
Goalkeeper under pressure again, remained ice cool.
I gáhíleag sa dóéag bhí Jimmy Barry Murphy ar éis ar stúr agus bhaintead clufiil leach anis na srahamach.
Jimmy came in, made me captain. I was absolutely delighted. Great honour. I was going to do whatever I could to be as good a captain as you possibly could be. After about 20 minutes, there was a ball coming into the bar and I had to step back. And I heard like a thick rope breaking. And I remember just saying to myself, just keep steady, get the ball away, get the ball away. And it wasn't even the pain, it was the noise. I knew there was trouble. The snapping your Achilles tendon is probably one of the worst things that can happen to you.
Very serious injury. It looks like he's gone for the summer, and he's a big loss as captain and a big loss as goalkeeper, and he is the players' leader really, I suppose, and had a huge influence in the dressing room, so it's a major loss to us.
You know, here was a blow. I didn't want to let this beat me, and I wanted to get back in. I wanted to fight for my jersey.
Fan na míonna, d'aibre Don Lóg le hiocht ar éis agus cíiminn uair gáhíl agus 30. In sin laur Jimmy Barry Murphy leis.
He said, look, I made the decision to let you go. I said, but Jimmy, I know you made me a promise. You came down to my own house and you promised me. I said, please don't do this to me, in that whatever about dropping me, whatever about making me number 2, number 3, number 4, I'll take that. But don't not give me the opportunity to get back into the ring and fight. But that was his decision. He was manager of the team, and that was it.
Bhí sé únórmsa go scuileach leis. Ag cáh na blianta, taithí, ón banéal.
I still hadn't enough of it. I still hadn't walked out the door in that place that I wanted to be when I was sick of it.
Agus buin mar a chríoch na Don Lóg chuig leinnta imara mar chulbáide go chorca. Ach bu ceannaí a gcónaí ón báist, agus mar chaithir lochair chuman na nimimiúí an GPA. Lás deirú le bhí an na gáhíleag sa de na de thug an CLG Antas effigiúil gon chuman.
Like, we're all GA people. Like, most of the players I know that were involved in the GPA and are involved in the GPA, like myself, are involved with their clubs, will end up with their clubs, understand the whole journey that they're on, but also understand that there needs to be fairness.
I think there's huge respect across the country for what Don Lóg has contributed to player rights, and without a doubt, there's a lot of people can be very thankful that he done that.
Na cinreacht agus lena láideach mar farsan, cinnte go raithfidh sé na lasúcháin atá déanta éisin an fórsa tamána a bhí sin.
First guy to introduce tactics as a goalkeeper and to revolutionise it off the field for player welfare, that it will ultimately be what he's defined for. Not Don Lóg Cusack probably as a goalkeeper, or the fact that Don Lóg Cusack was the first Open GAA sportsman in Ireland. He'll be defined for revolutionising the game as a whole.
Once again, Donald Cusack makes a magnificent catch.
It just seemed like a requirement to me that I was absolutely committed and dedicated to the game. You know, people talk about, so you train on Christmas Day. Yeah, we was training Christmas Day, we loved it. Some of my happiest memories are down in Rochestown, be it with Sean Og, John Garner, Kevin Hartnett, the Cadigan brothers, you know, and us competing. And, you know, what else would you want to be doing on a Christmas Day? And we get in a good session, and then we go about our business. So whilst we wanted to win, I wanted to win, I wanted to be the best that I could. I think, that I had and we had and still do a love for the game.